Do you own a Rolex watch? I'm pretty sure you have heard about it. Who wouldn't? It's the most expensive watch in the world. But actually, there are things that you don't know about Rolex yet. Are you curious about it? Well, let's explore Rolex. Hi, welcome to brandor Luxury, where the future elites come for inspiration. Here are the 10 things you didn't know about Rolex. Number 1. Rolex originated in London. Contrary to popular belief, London was the starting point for the luxury brand, not Geneva. Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis established their business in 1905 under the name Wilsdorf and Davis, which later relocated to Switzerland after the First World War. It was not just a good tax haven, but its economy turned out to be more enticing than a recovering post-war Britain. Number 2, Rolex has no intended meaning. There is little information available on how the name Rolex came to be or what it means, in contrast to the many other luxury watch brands on the market. Hans Wilsdorf was the creator of Rolex, which he established in 1905 and officially titled in 1908. According to legend, he was intent on coming up with a name that would look good on a watch dial, be memorable, and uncomplicated. History is said to have begun when he suddenly remembered the word Rolex one morning while walking through London streets. Number 3. Rolex was featured in The Great Escape movie. Clive J. Nutting wore his Rolex Oyster 3525 with great pride when he was a prisoner of war in a German camp, counting down the days until his escape from Stalag Luft 111 camp. The legendary Great Escape, which was also adapted into the renowned movie starring Steve McQueen in 1963, is thought to have been significantly influenced by the watch. Nutting sent Wilsdorf numerous letters while telling his escape story, but Wilsdorf never let him pay for his watch. Number 4. Rolex watches motivated British troops. Hans Wilsdorf gave all British prisoners of war the option to order any Rolex of their choosing and pay for it whenever they pleased during World War II because he thought British soldiers were noble. This thoughtful act successfully boosted the morale of the British soldiers. To the O-Flag 7B POW camp in Bavaria alone, more than 3,000 watches were sent. Number 5. Their headquarters has ultra-high-level security facilities. The Rolex brand's manufacturing facility would be at home in any James Bond movie. What with fingerprint scanners for every employee, bank vault doors, iris scanners that identify you with your eyes, and unmarked armored trucks to transport Rolex parts from one place to another. Do you think you will only see these in movies? Rolex is actually living the dream of having a very high level of security facilities. It seems logical that the Swiss corporation needs high levels of protection and has the means to do it. What do you think about these facts so far? Please let us know in the comments section below. If you love similar videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave us a thumbs up. Thank you, and let's continue. Number 6. They have their own science lab. Well, they already have a very high-level security facility. What could be their other mind-blowing facilities, right? Though having a scientific lab for research and development at the most commercially successful watch company in the world may not come as a surprise, Rolex has taken it a step further by utilizing some of the most cutting-edge technology available. These tools are put to use by skilled scientists for analyzing, testing, monitoring, investigating, and coming up with new ways to enhance the deft craft of watchmaking. The action seemed unusual, given that Hans was actually German and was wagering against his country. Number 7. Each watch is pressure tested. A watch must undergo a difficult process called pressure testing. There are numerous steps to it, and each one has a faster moving clock. Dive-rated watches must first pass a test to a depth of 300 meters, approximately 1,000 feet, after which they must pass a condensation test. The watch is discarded if any condensation is found on it. Additionally, Rolex watches with deep sea ratings go through a final test in which they are put in a container and subjected to pressures that are equivalent to those that would experience 12,000 meters below the ocean surface. Number 8. Rolex uses the most expensive steel in the world. Since 2003, Rolex has begun employing the more expensive and robust 94L quality of stainless steel, while all other luxury watch manufacturers use the 316L grade. Rolex had to modify the majority of its equipment, which cost the corporation a good fortune because the steel, which has a higher percentage of nickel, is considerably harder to manufacture than regular steel. In exchange, Rolex watches keep their polish far better than conventional steel watches and are more resistant to pitting, corrosion from salt water, which is wonderful news for divers who love Rolex watches. Number 9. A Rolex watch is made in about a year. Even though you might find it difficult to imagine, each Rolex watch takes around a year to make. Every year, almost 1 million watches with the Rolex crown on the dial leave Switzerland. Surprisingly, each one must undergo thorough testing to guarantee that it satisfies the high standards of the business. Each Rolex watch is hand-assembled and individually tested despite requiring so many minute components, all of which are created in-house. Number 10. Rolex has a dedicated team of gemologists. Rolex has a large team of in-house gemologists who work to purchase, test, arrange, and set diamonds and other precious stones in a variety of Rolex timepieces. Not content with outsourcing gemologists, only 2 of the 20 million gems that the business claims to have analyzed throughout the years are fake, according to its report. A hand-selected stone goes into every Rolex watch you see. These facts explain why Rolex is very expensive. Just by knowing its process, we can already conclude that it is definitely a high-standard watch that is worth every penny. Do you own a Rolex watch? Share it with us in the comments section. And that's it for today. We hope we have given you the information that you're looking for. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.